Hey everybody, this is David, the Timeless Runner again, with another of our Yoga for Seniors, Yoga for Beginners, Yoga for Boomers. It's that series of poses and exercises that you can do as a beginner that can lead you into the wonderful world of yoga. One of the points that I like to make in this series is that you don't need any special equipment, you don't need a gym, you can do it where you like. And today I am outside of a resort, hence the fountain, and I'm just going to be doing some short yoga poses that can be done during the day at your convenience. So we're going to start off, as we always do, with a few deep breathing exercises, and then we're going to move into some poses that are specifically designed for the legs and for the hips. So to start with, put your head on one hand on your heart and the other on your diaphragm or your stomach. And then clear your mind. Try and relax as we do some deep breathing. Inhale through your nose and exhale either through your mouth or your nose. Feel your chest expand as you breathe in, and your diaphragm contract as you breathe out. Specifically for our legs and our hips, there are different muscle groups we can concentrate on. So the first I would like to concentrate on is our hamstrings. So for the hamstrings, we want to bend at our waist. Keep our legs relatively straight, or as straight as we can. And as we bend deeper, you'll feel the stretch in the back of your hamstrings. As you reach out, you'll feel the stretch pronounced. And then you can bend further and rock side to side. And as your spine elongates, you'll start to feel the stretch in the hamstrings. As you straighten up, you'll feel it in the calves and in the back of the hamstrings. So I will typically do 2 or 3 of these to start a stretch. If you want to improve it, put your hands behind your back and interlock your fingers. Raise them up as you bend forward. And you should, again, feel it right in your hamstrings. That diver position, elongating your spine. Increase the bend from the waist. Kind of swing side to side. You'll feel the different parts of the back of your legs stretching out. Another good one for the lower legs is to do a high lunge. So to do a high lunge, you'll start with the forward leg and step backwards, bringing your quad parallel to the ground, and you'll feel the stretch in your hip flexors and in the quad and the trailing leg, and you'll feel it in the quad and the front leg as well. You raise your hands up over your head, you can work on balancing. That's one thing that is different when you do it outdoors, is you don't always have level ground. For example, right now I am on something of an incline, so the ground trails away to my back. But always remember to breathe as you do this. And then stretch forward to touch the ground in front of you. And you will feel it in your high hamstring and in your butt as you do this. Make it a controlled Movement, not just herky-jerky, just keep control. And then if you straighten your front leg, you'll again be able to stretch that hamstring in the back as you bend forward. What we do on one side, we always do on the other. So we'll do a high lunge on the opposite side now. Again, find your balance point. Raise your hands up over your head to work on that balance. Feel the stretch in the quad on your rear leg and on your hip flexor, and on the quad in the front leg. Bend forward in a controlled motion. You stretch out the high hamstring where it attaches to your butt. And then straighten that front leg. Straighten your front leg and work your arm down, and again you're going to feel it in your hamstring as you do this. Now a variation for the quad on the high lunge is the low lunge, which is a kneeling position. Again, you can put your hands up over your head for balance. But if you find that you tilt your hips forward, you'll find the stretch right in that abductors or hip flexors. It's one of the most effective ways of stretching that muscle out. And again, we want to switch sides. Feel the stretch as you lean forward with your hips, and the abductor on your left side doing it this way. From here we can go into a stretch for our hip, where we're going to cross our left leg over our right leg over our left, reach around and hug our knee to our chest. Feel the stretch on the outside of your thigh. The more you turn around, so face the back, the more you'll feel the stretch. Remember to breathe. And with any stretch, you should only hold it for a maximum of about 20 to 25 seconds. Switch to leg sides. Again, hug your knee to your chest. As you look around, you're going to feel the stretch in the outside of your hip. Now for the hips, we're going to do a kneeling pose with hip circles. So we're going to kneel in a tabletop position, and then move our arms forward, kick our legs back a little bit, and we're going to do hip circles. And you should get full rotation of your hips as you do these. 7 to 10 on each side. Again, remember to breathe as you do it. Shouldn't be to a point where you're feeling any pain. And reverse it. Turn to that tabletop position. And as we do that, we can do what's called fire hydrants, kind of a motion that a dog might make. at least a guide dog. We're going to loosen up that hip to about 5 to 7. Try not to use your upper body to move around as you do this. Just use the muscles in your hip. Again, we're going to repeat it on the other side. And reverse. And then we're going to do one more today, and that is hip circles laying on our back. So we lay on our back, hug our knees to our chest. Now we're going to start slowly rotating our hips one direction. If you extend your legs out, you'll feel a little difference. Or you can fold them in, whatever's more comfortable for you. And then again, reverse them in the opposite direction. From here you can go into figure fours if you like. So you can press your knee, push your hip joint out. And once you do that, you can raise up, grab it behind the knee, and then rock side to side. Again, working on range of motion in your hip. And if you're like me and most people, you're going to notice a difference in range of motion side to side. My right side is much more stiff than my left. I don't have as great a range of motion when I do a figure four on the right side. Holding it again for 15 to 20 seconds. You will feel the stretch on the outside of your hip when you do this. And then lift your knee up and rock again side to side. And there are other exercises. There are other exercises that we will do over time. Again, concentrating on the legs today, but I hope you enjoyed the session. If you do like it, please click like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Take care.